Hey there, it's Crafty Jennabug. Today we are going to do another Dephemerember prompt. In case you are not aware, Dephemerember is a daily ephemera inspiration prompt list hosted by Louisa Heinzel and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. It takes place during the month of December. This is their fourth year doing this and my third year participating, and I'm still having so much fun. Today we're going to work on these two prompts because I think they go really well together. So we've got photo frame and steampunk butterfly, and then double tag and mechanical garden. So with those two, they just seem like they would fit so well together. And so I want to make a prompt, or I'm doing a 2-for-1 basically. So I'll do 2 prompts in this same video. Very exciting, and it'll also help me get a little caught up because the holidays, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day were kind of busy for us. So I didn't get the chance to get in here, and so we're gonna play around today. All right, first things first, the ladies offered some printables for Dephemerember, some freebies. So for the photo frame, Barbara offered this. Oh man, you can't see. Barbara offered this printable of vintage photo frames. I think I want to use this one. I might want to make it a bit smaller. We'll see. We'll see. See how it goes. But I know I want to use this frame. And then this, I had to print out another copy because I couldn't find the other one I printed earlier this month, of these antique keys and locks Barbara so graciously offered. And I want to use some of those for my mechanical garden. And then last year for Dephemerember, Barbara offered this clock freebie. So I printed it out just in case. I might use some. I might use some of these for for the next prompt, the curiosity shop. I'm not sure yet. And then Louisa offered this for the mechanical garden steampunk butterfly, one of those prompts. She offered this freebie, so I plan on using those. I also found in my downloads, I don't remember downloading this, but these are clock parts. It was a free printable. I found, it's by Artfully Musing. I probably found this on Pinterest. And I thought all the little pieces like that, those would make perfect flower petals, right? It was too good not to print. That's all. So maybe I should go ahead and fussy cut out some parts. That way, yeah, I'm not sure about these. I might not use this for these prompts. But I do love all of these other things. So yeah, I'm gonna print some stuff out and I'll be back. All right, I just spent a fair amount of time cutting things out, and then printing more things out and cutting more things out. So in here I have the clock pieces that I printed on regular copy paper. I have almost an entire sheet. No, I do have an entire sheet cut out, and then some to build flowers and things in my garden. And then I cut out some of these pieces from the half of Louisa's printable, and those are all in there together. And then I printed out the clock parts a second time on copy paper so that I could have more of these things I wanted to use as petals. And this These are the remains of, you know, that I didn't cut out because I was kind of tired of cutting, if I'm honest. And I wanted to get on with this. But I have more pieces in case I need them. And then this, I'm not sure yet how or if I will use this part. And then I printed on cardstock the clock pieces again because some of these looked like butterfly wings. I printed them on cardstock so that they would be a bit more substantial so I could make butterflies out of them potentially. Look at how cute those are. Those would make awesome butterflies, right? And then this guy I cut out because it could be, I cut out of the cardstock page because it could be like the body of the butterfly, right? How cute is that? A garden wouldn't be a garden without butterflies. Flowers need butterflies. Butterflies need flowers. So that's why these are separated from these because they're cardstock. So I'm just going to stick them under there on that lid. And then I cut this out and realized it was way bigger than I wanted it to be. So I sized it down and printed it again on cardstock. I believe this one said it was 94% scale. And I took it down to 70% scale for this copy. And it is perfect for what I have in mind, size-wise. Let's see. So those are the other two frames that came with those. And then I did not cut out any of the keys yet because I'm not quite sure yet how or if I want to use them. I might use those for the curiosity shop, like the clocks I have. Okay, now that all that explanation is out of the way, let's go into what I want to do. So, got my photo frame. I only need this one. Let's get my journal out. Oh, I almost tipped over my tea. That would have been bad. I would have been very sad. So I've got my journal made by the wonderful Glitter Gammy, whose Etsy shop I will link down below. She and I swapped journals for Dephemerember, and she makes and sells journals. And then, let's see, I need a page that are 2 blank pages next to each other because I want to cut a hole. Let's see. Something, nope. Something like that could work. Let me see my photo frame. Yeah, that could work. Because what I want to do is I want to make pocket. My initial idea was to create a pocket between 2 pages with this being the top of the pocket right here. And then I could slide my double tags in and this window would be open so you could see the tag, the double tags. But now I'm wondering, first of all, this is Santa Claus brought me a little jewelry mallet in my stocking, and I wanted to use this as the base of the double tag, like as the main part. So I was going to put another tag over the front. And let's see, it is wide enough. I'm going to shorten it. Not that short, but I am going to shorten it. Let me take this out so I don't mess it up. Yeah, I think it would be best to do the 2-page glue together thing, but I also like this, and I kind of want to cut the page here so that you can see it, and then just cut a slit up here so that the tags can slide in. Okay, first things first. I'm over here overthinking this. Firstly, I need my little cutting mat. Get the little cutting mat out. And then my craft knife. And then cut the inside of this. Okay, that is out. Let's use some walnut stain to ink the edges. Okay, so then got this to go here. Let me go ahead and cut this. There we go. And then for this, I will need, so I've got two options. I could remove the page from here up, but then that would, you would see it here, and I'd rather not. Okay, so then the other option is to just trace inside here and cut it out. Okay, we're back again with the little cutting mat and the craft knife I already put away. And I'm actually going to cut a little on the inside. Okay, so now we've got this going over that. Cool. And then I need, this is how wide my tag will be. I need it to be here. Okay, so I need it to be like that. I thought I was done with my cutting, but I was wrong. I was so wrong. So now I need to cut along here. I'm actually going to cut, since it is such a wide, or since it's a thick tag base, I'm cutting a bit of a slit, a wider slit than I would normally for a pocket. There. And the hope is that this, yep, that can be accommodated. Excellent. Now I should be done with that. Okay. So now I'll have this here. And then that would go in like that. Now the issue I'm going to run into, I think, will be the bottom of this wanting to come out here. So I should probably add some acetate here. But before I do that, before, I want to decorate this page a bit. We're going with, it's supposed to be Mechanical Garden, steampunky theme. Let me look at my stamps and see what I've got that could fit that. All right, I dug through my stamps and my stickers and stencils. I don't have much in the way of steampunk. Who would have thunk? So, did a little pivot. What I want to do is take this cling stamp, looks like bricks, what looks like bricks, and I'm going to take some Fired Brick Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going to do some staggered brick stamping on this page. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to ink and then I think I'm going to take a little water and just spritz this inked stamp just to give it a little bit less defined stamping. Okay, like that, just like that. I like that a lot better. It gives me like a garden vibes. All right, I have this piece of acetate from packaging, I'm trying to decide if I want it to go back here. My issue is I might snag the tag on it. So it might be better to put it on the back of this. That way when it gets glued down here, it shouldn't snag. It won't be felt from here. I think that's what I'll do. This and the page could probably be glued down because they're going to need to dry while I work on the tag. Make sure it's not leaking this way. Just a little right there. Okay. Because of that, I think I will refrain from gluing these two pages together right now. I'll let that dry a bit. That's cool. So now let's work on the tag. So, the tags, the double tag, Jen, what are you thinking? So, I know I want this to be the top. And I don't want it to necessarily stick out. Do I want it to stick out that far? Let's see what it would look like. Yeah, I don't want it to stick out that far. So, let me figure out how far I do want it to stick out. Well, maybe like here, which would mean about there. Something like that. Now, let's see. Yeah. That's what we're doing. But I need it to be a double tag, so I need another piece on here. So I wanted it to open. Do I necessarily need to use this piece? No, but it's nice and sturdy. I could use it as a template. Yeah, because I don't want it to be any thicker. All right, pivot. So I decided I'm just going to use this as a template to make my tags, my double tags. And I found a couple of scrapbook papers out of this set. This is Time Traveler's Memories by Prima Marketing, number 813956. It is an A4 size paper pad. And I chose this paper because it says steam engines on it and it has designs. And I chose this paper because it already has flowers on it and some of these, and again it says steam engines. So, and time travel, that's fun. So I need to figure out, these are not super thin, but not as thick as cardstock. Does it have the weight of the paper on it? It does not. So what I think I'll do is glue two sides together. So I want to make a tag. I want my tag to open like this. So I need 4. All right, I have all of these pieces cut out. I think I want this to be the front because I like this combination. So if this is the front, this could be the inside. And I will trim them all to the same. And then this and this. Yep. All right. Another thing I gotta think about is the hinge. Okay, I've made a decision. We are going to go ahead and glue these together. Fronts to fronts and backs to backs. I'm just going to use Elmer's PVA glue. Let's see what they look like in here. Make sure it'll fit and all that jazz. Okay. Now, I'm going to ink up the edges and hope that allows me to get over this feeling that I want to sew. I'm going to use some vintage photo and ink around all the edges. All right, here we go. They are glued together. I'm going to ink up the edges. And hope that allows me to get over this feeling that I want to sew. I'm going to use some vintage photo and ink around all the edges. All right, here we go. They are glued together. I'm going to ink up the edges. Looking cute. Now, I want to do something that's mildly controversial, depending on how you feel about it. I absolutely love the idea of this lace as the hinge. Is that unhinged? But like, look at it. Look at how cool it looks. And I don't necessarily want it to go that far. Is that absolutely crazy? I mean, it should hold once it's glued, right? And it might take a while to dry. But I love it. I love how delicate it is compared to the steampunk vibe we're going for. I'm going to build some steampunk flowers. Yeah, we're doing it. Okay, so I'm going to stick this like so. Like that. I'm going to space it out just a smidge. And then I'm going to glue it down. What glue to use? Maybe I'll use matte gel since it will dry a bit faster. I'm going to try drying this with my heat tool. Alright. This is still white. I think it's still kind of wet. But it's not tacky, so I'm going to move on. It works as a hinge. I do have a slight... they are off slightly at the bottom and the top. I didn't line them up properly when I glued it down, and I'm just gonna roll with it. So yeah, let's see how it fits. Okay, cool. So I've got this part that's going to stick, well, it's all gonna be visible, but this part I think I want to showcase some flowers on, and then we'll have more inside and maybe some on the back. So maybe I should go ahead and glue this down. That way it has time to dry. Okay, I do not want any glue below here except for across the bottom. Little across the bottom. And then some up the side. Across the top. I want it like this, and then all of this will be glued down. And I think it would be good to glue down this way and done that. So then this will be just the pocket. So then I still have my pocket. Nice. All right, awesome. Let's work on this double tag. As we've got the photo frame, we have the double tag, but we don't have the butterflies, the steampunk butterfly, or the mechanical garden. So that brings us back to this. I really, really love these as flower petals. And then I need something. So that is an option. It is quite big. I think maybe I should go for the butterfly on the front. I don't hate that though. I just wish this were smaller. What if we throw something? Oh, that kind of changes it. I don't like it hiding the numbers of the clock though. Oh, that might be the winner. So that's an option. Or if I still want to try something for the top of this, maybe I should do that first before I decide what goes on the front. Because I want to try using wire. I have some metal pieces. I've got some little washers in here. I don't want to add a lot of bulk to that. But I want to try to make a butterfly out of metal to put on the top. What if I took a paper clip and I made wings? So the paper clip could be on the top and I could make wings. Ooh, I like that idea. And then I could totally have the flower on front. And sorry. My mental process was either paper mechanical flower on here or a butterfly, paper steampunk butterfly. Because this is going to get too bulky if I put metal on the part that's going to go in the pocket. But I do want some sort of metal butterfly element. And if I take a paper clip and I use wire to make a butterfly to go on top, that could be cool. I don't have any, the only other colored, yeah, that's going to be too big. I want this, but I don't want it this color. Let's dye this some alcohol ink. Should I start with yellow? So now it's kind of a golden color, which I don't hate, but I don't love. Let's add a smidge of brown in there. That needs to dry. But that gives me an idea of coloring for my butterfly. I could use, no, I don't want to use that. I have a lot of this bright gold, but I don't want bright gold. Let's, well, yeah, that could work. So I'm going to wrap this around there a few times. Oh, it's cute though. Let me try something. Since I just got this fun hammer, made it a little flatter. And then actually I do not need this much wire. So it's not the steampunkiest of butterflies. Oh, lovely. Forgot I hadn't glued that down yet. It's not the steampunkiest of butterflies, but I think it's cute up there. So that means I definitely want a flower on the front. Or the other option would be the garden on the inside. And I definitely want the garden on the inside, and I'm a bit limited on petals. I do really like the look of that on the front though, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's see, I could put it here on the front, or let's see what it looks like in here. Oh, it also looks really good inside. If I don't do anything to the front, well, I could do something else to the front. I really like the idea of it, of opening this up and seeing the garden. Yep, the garden will be inside. It's been decided. So then I gotta build another flower. There is my little garden. That leaves me wanting something for the front. I have some of these stickers, which I like the rivets, and I thought they could look fun on here while that dries. I think I know what I want to do for the front of this double tag. Alright, I took a few minutes off camera and made a welcome to my garden sign using some stamps I found at the Dollar Tree. This set right here. I used some permanent ground espresso ink to make that, and it's going to go on the front in a moment. First, I need some gold splatter, and this is Flickering Candle Distress Mica Stain. Is that enough magic? I have a metallic copper acrylic paint I mixed with water. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Awesome. And then I'm just going to take this paper towel and just blot any that may not have gotten completely dry. Okay. And then we'll close that, and on the front, I want Welcome to My Garden to be what you see. Do I want to put anything around it? Behind it. I like that, actually. Let's just glue it down. And this. And then this. Now let's see how this looks in here. Cute. All right, well, there we have it. That completes my prompt for 2 days in a row. My double prompting. That completes Photo Frame and Steampunk Butterfly and double tag and Mechanical Garden. That felt like a lot of work. I had to spread it out over the course of a few days due to, you know, family stuff around the holiday, so that I am really happy with. My little mechanical garden. Awesome. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.